everyone, welcome to today's video. For today we're doing a review. So I will be reviewing this brush set or kit, whatever you want to call it. It is at Walmart for $19.97. So we are gonna chit chat about that today. Also, just want to throw out there, I do apologize for being away for so long. I've been crazy busy, but we are back in action. This is the second video that I will have filmed since being back. So yeah, if you guys want to see what I think about these brushes, then please keep watching. Okay, so for today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the 6-piece premium brush set from Walmart. These ones have the black handles with the rose gold on the tops here. I think they're like a knockoff oval set, and it doesn't have any information on the back. So let's open it up and see if there's like a pamphlet or something on the inside indicating which brush is for what. So I've got it open and there's nothing in the box to say what's for what. So that's kind of disappointing. It'd be nice to know what they figure you should be using each brush for, but we'll go with it. Okay, I'm just gonna yank them all out. So this is the biggest one in the palette. So that's about how big it is in my palm. The bristles feel quite nice. They're very compact, so I'm a little worried that's gonna hold a lot of product, but I guess we'll find out. But it is like, they are very flimsy. So they're cheap, but the box said they were only $19.97 Canadian for the whole thing, so that's not so bad. So I would assume I'd be using this one for foundation. And then next in the box, we've got same kind of shape, a little bit smaller compared to the other one. I would imagine this one I could use for contouring. That actually might be really nice for contouring. But it feels the same. The bristles are really compact. I am a little worried that's gonna catch a lot of product. I guess we'll find out. But they are very soft, I will say that. And next up we've got the same one. It's a little more oval than round than the other two, and it's quite a bit smaller. This one I actually might use for highlighting. Might do okay in the eye, we will find out. Same thing still though, very compact bristles. And then this one, I don't know what I would use this for. I suppose this one could almost be used for contouring as well. It feels like it'll get right in the crease, but I'm worried that won't blend it out. But so this one is very thin and it's longer. Next up is this one. It's the same kind of thing, very thin, not quite as long. Again, I'm not really sure what you would use this for. If you were trying to go for like a precise contouring on your nose, this might actually be really nice. But we will find out. I'm going to try to use every single brush that comes in the kit. So this one is, again, same thing, very thin. This one's quite a bit smaller. Might be good for a nose highlight because it's so precise. For this video today, I'm going to be using the Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation by Maybelline. This is the up to 24 hours. And this one is in the shade 105 Bare Ivory. So I'm just gonna give it a really good shake before we go. And I'm going to pump this onto my hand, about that much. And I'm going to blot this all over my face. So for the right side of my face, your left, I'm going to use the oval brushes, and I'm just using it like my buffing brush, just circular motions. And so far I'm noticing you have to work it quite a bit, but it blends out nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my Tarte brush on the other side. Okay, so either my brush is really dirty or this side's looking a little bit better. I got more of a fuller coverage on this side than I did on this side. Now mind you, my brush is really dirty, so that could have something to do with it. I'm also noticing this side is quite a bit more smooth than this side is. But so far for foundation, I really like this. It took more work, but it's good. The second biggest brush that was in that kit, I'm going to attempt to use that one for contouring, I think. And I'm going to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to go in with the lightest shade that's in here, which is this one. And I'm a little apprehensive about this, so I'm not going to pick up much. So I don't know how well you can see that. And I'm gonna start up here and kind of just like push it into the skin. Okay, so it picks up a lot of product. I will say that. I find this one, this is a lot harder to blend. Okay, now I'm gonna use my BH Cosmetics brush, the one I always use for contouring. And I'm going to contour this side with that. See, like, I feel like I have so much more control with this one, but this one's a little more precise. So, I am going to bake as well to fix that. And I think I'm gonna put on some concealer just to see how good this actually goes. So for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer Concealer. And I'm going to just put a little bit under my eyes. And I wanna sharpen up my contour on both sides. So I'm going to just cheat my way through that. Okay, so I am going to use the same brush I did for my foundation for my concealer on this side, because the brush isn't actually that big. So I can really get it in there. And then for the other side of my face, I'm gonna go ahead and use my beauty sponge. Okay, so for concealer, I'm still gonna do the beauty sponge. So I'm going to beauty sponge my contour on this side. And then I'm going to use that same big foundation brush for this side. And I think to start, I'm just going to drag it down and then go for it. Okay, this one's a lot sharper. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that though, because I like how this one's kind of just like blended out, so I'm just gonna drag my beauty sponge to make it match, so I don't want to redo my makeup today. Okay, and then I'm going to quickly go and do my brows off camera and just get that over with. So I will be right back. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and bake all of this. So for this side, I'm gonna go ahead and use the beauty sponge again, just because it's got that really flat edge and I really like that. So we're gonna bake that contour. And I'm also just going to bake my under eye. Okay, and then I'm still gonna use that foundation brush. I'm actually really liking this one. So I'm going to maybe don't try to do this for big. Okay, so at this point I'm just wasting product. It's not even like, yeah, it's just like holding the product in the bristles. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my beauty sponge on this side as well. Now that we're good for that, I'm gonna finish doing my contour. So I'm gonna go up on my temples, and on this side, we're using the Walmart brushes. And then for the other side, the BH Cosmetics brush. I'm going to try contouring my nose, and I'm gonna do my entire nose because I don't actually have a brush for contouring my nose. That's why I never do it. I'm gonna use the second to last brush in the kit. So that was just this one right here, Tall Skinny Guy. And I am going to see if I can contour my nose with this, because I never contour my nose because I just don't have a brush small enough that I can do it with. I mean, like, it's working. Okay, so for like a nose contour, I love this. Well, I really like that because it's like, it's there, but it's not there too much, but my nose got a little bit smaller. That's the dream. Okay, so this is the part that I'm actually like, I'm a little nervous about this. So I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette for this one, and I'm gonna start off with the shade Silk Cream. So that is just this one right here, third shade into the palette. I don't know how I feel about this. So the same brush I used for contouring my nose, I'm gonna go ahead and use that guy with that. And we're just gonna see if I can actually do my eyeshadow with this. So I am holding it on its side when using it. Okay, for the transition, not so bad. Now I'm gonna go in with a JS8 for the other side of my face. I feel like there's gonna be no comparison because I love these brushes. And just doing the same thing for the transition. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm getting a lot more pigment out of the JS8 brush than I am these oval brushes. So I'm a little worried right now, but we'll go for it anyways. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Pooter. That is the color right below Silk Cream right here. And I'm actually just going to use the same brush again for the oval brushes, and I am going to attempt to keep that under my crease. It's okay. And now going back in with JS8 and doing the same thing and putting that all over my lid. Okay, I tell you what, this looks so much better than this does. So I'm fixing it because I'm not going out with my face looking like this. Okay, so taking the smallest one here, I am thinking this might be good for like a brow bone highlight, and I don't have a very good brush to be doing that with, so I'm going to use that on both sides. And for the highlight, I am going to be using the shade in Light, which is just this one right here, lightest shimmer in the palette, and picking it up and just popping it right under the arch here. Ooh, okay, for a highlighting brush, I love this. Okay, and the other side. So using the same eyeshadow, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and highlight my nose right now. Oh yes, oh my god, look at that nose highlight. Okay, for nose highlight, this is awesome. And just going to put that little explanation mark there. Oh my god. I'm like, look at my nose. Yes. I'm gonna dust all my bake off, and to do that, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and use my Big Fluffy brush. Okay, I'm gonna go finish my eyes off camera, and then we will come back and finish the rest of my face. Okay, so we're back to finish the face. So I'm going to put on some blush, and to apply the blush, I'm going to use this. This was the third brush in the kit. So I'm gonna use that, and for blush, I'm going to go ahead and use the Hourglass blush. Okay, so for the blush, it's okay. For the other side of my face, we're going in with my favorite. This is the dollar store brush. Yeah. Oh, I put in light on my brows and my nose, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that on my cheeks as well. So I'm gonna use this one in the palette. This is the last one that has not been used yet. So we're gonna go ahead and give this bad boy a try. So picking up and light, and I'm just going to start off small. For highlighting, I actually really like these brushes. And then for the other side of my face, I'm gonna go in with the Sephora highlighting brush. So this brush was $4 less than that entire kit, and the highlight is nowhere near as brilliant on this side as it is on this side. So I'm gonna pick up that brush and get that highlight, like. Okay, and then to end the highlighter, I'm just gonna take it on my pinky and put it on my Cupid's bow. Okay, and lipstick. So I'm going to pop on a lip, and then I will come back and we'll finish talking about what I thought about the kit. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the brush kit and what I thought about it. So this is the 6 premium brush set that you can get at Walmart. So on here it's $19.97 Canadian, but one thing I didn't notice that it said that I don't agree with is it's for professionals. Far cry from for professionals, in my opinion. So these brushes are like, if for a drugstore, they're not bad. So I really like the biggest brush for foundation. I will probably use that again. Like, it was great. For highlighting, awesome. For contouring, I don't hate it. But any other kind of powders, doing your eyeshadow, anything like that, no, I wouldn't. I really like my BH Cosmetic brushes. They do what I need them to do for eyeshadows. And then for the Jeffree Star Morphe brushes, obviously those are hands down the best brushes I have ever used. But all in all, like, I had only used about half the brushes that came out of the pack, but for certain things, they were great. Also, something else that really kind of bummed me out about the whole kit was there was no pamphlet or kind of sheet stating which brush would be used for which. So for people who are buying their brushes from the drugstore and just starting out in makeup, you're not going to, like, it might not be more familiar to you as to someone who's experienced using makeup that I would use this brush instead of this brush for foundation, or I would use this brush instead of this brush for my contour. Like, I feel like those information sheets are so important. But also, as you get more experience with makeup, you're gonna know which brush you would prefer to use for, say, your crease, or blending under your eye, or putting on a highlight. So, I mean, it really just depends. Like, get to know yourself and what you want to use for makeup. As for these brushes for Drugstore, they're great. They're not bad. Like I said, I wouldn't use them for eyeshadow, but, like, honestly, for $19.97, I'd buy it for this brush, for the foundation brush. Absolutely. Like, look how much product's coming out of it still, though. So that's why I said earlier, like, not for powders. It just held all the powder. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ring the bell if you want notifications for when I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Bye.